Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
All right, my friends, welcome to a Monday update stream. And do we have some exciting things in store for you, my friends? So how's everyone doing? I'll get into the announcements in just a few minutes as I am getting everything underway. Right as I started, my screen started glitching out as I am getting everything underway. So welcome to our Monday update streams. We have two major announcements we're going to be touching on today. We're going to be touching upon our Freaky Friday winners of the Anthology. So I'll be going into which of our stories are going to be published in the second annual Freaky Friday Anthology. And then we'll also be making the major announcement for our next writing event, the WriteNow A Thon, which is going to be the biggest, the largest, the most incredible writing event that we have ever undertaken. So we'll be getting into all that and more in this week. But in all the event prep, I didn't even get my schedule prep for the week. But even as I think about what we have going on this week, I think this week is probably going to be a focus predominantly on this week we'll have a focus predominantly on writing sprints. My goal is just to make some progress with Scarecrow this week. So we'll be doing more writing sprints. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something special for this weekend. I may or may not. Well, we'll see how we feel. But I really want to push into writing sprints and just push on Scarecrow. So nothing crazy going on this week. And then I know next week is Thanksgiving. So how's the writing vibe treating everyone this month? Are you getting in some good work? Are you getting in some good, hopefully some good writing stuff, some good writing things? I was like, here we go. I was like, I knew I had. There we go. I was like, the screen was somewhere here. Hello, my friends. How's everyone doing? How's your Monday? Vomika, welcome, my friend. Francisco, hello. Courtney, I love Monday streams. Progress, writing progress, 1 week at a time. LeMay, welcome. So, yeah, how's the Monday starting out for everyone? Are you feeling pretty good with your the writing vibes, the goal for this week? I know there's a lot of writers in the community who are actually participating in different types of NaNoWriMo things this month, whether that's with other writing communities or just in general. So I'd love to hear, are you making some progress? How are you feeling? For those of you who don't know, right, I launched the Scarecrow website recently. I'm so proud of it. All thanks to our wonderful WTC creatives. So cool. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, I never talk about the last Scarecrow. But the website is live. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy that it's out. Like, you guys know the feel when you get your stuff out. So I couldn't help myself from just doing a quick little throw out there because I'm so excited about this book. What I absolutely love is that I'm my story progress tracker here. And I feel like this is pretty accurate. So I'm about 70% of the way through the second draft. And then I'm actually a little farther on the third draft now. I'm probably getting closer to 25%. The third draft is going along really quickly, which was what my goal was. So, but this is kind of where I'm at with Scarecrow. And of course, anybody who wants to know more about the last Scarecrow, or if you want to sign up for the newsletter and updates, do that in the chat. But yeah, how are all y'all doing? Let's see. And what did I see? Nicholas, what's up, my friend? How's the writing vibe treating you? Hopefully it's all going well today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Francisco, you're like, it's Tuesday here in New Zealand. Yes, it's New Zealand. Australia, New Zealand is always that one part of the world that throws me off because you are always a day ahead of us, regardless. Most of European countries, you guys are generally, most European countries are still kind of on the same day for the most part. They're just hours ahead. But then the Asian countries start pushing more and more. So it's becomes more like, all right, well, you guys are living in the future, but technically we in the US are living in the past from your perspective. So Courtney, you're like, I'm a bit behind in my November goal, but I have time to catch up. Progress week sounds good. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of writing sprints this week. We're going to be doing a lot of writing sprints, open writing sessions, and that's the vibe. So today's an update stream, but we'll be back into a normal writing sprints tomorrow. So I got you guys. Haven't decided if I'm going to do the streams early or late yet, though. I've been getting super productive at both times of the day, so I've been kind of playing it by ear. Sometimes I like doing that early afternoon, at least here in mountain time. But then sometimes I've been trying some near late midnight writing sessions, and those have actually been turning out really well. And I continue to be surprised. A lot of you have been showing up for the late night writing sessions. I was like, I'm not the only night owl here. I love it. And by the way, welcome. If you're just hopping into the stream, we're going to be doing 2 major announcements for this week. We're going to be talking about our upcoming amazing, most ground-staking writing event, the WriteNow A Thon. And then we're also going to be announcing which stories are going to be published in the Freaky Friday Anthology, the second one. Vamika, so you're still feeling like that sleepy Monday vibe. I totally feel you. Especially if you've been hustling the past couple of days. Don't you know it? Hey, what's up, Brooklyn? Sending high frequency. I appreciate you, my friend. Heart, and high frequency right back at you, especially with all your positive energy. LeMay, nice. You're like, finals week. Ooh, finals week. I'm so sorry, my friend. Finals week sucks. Good luck. Hopefully you have all the caffeine in the world. I'm on my yerba mate. That's caffeine vibe I've been on as of late. Nice. So 2 more finals exams left. I've been drawing my characters and doing some more editing. I was advised that I had to get to the school sooner. I was able to cut it down. Nice. It sounds like you're making some solid progress with your story, LeMay. It's really, really cool seeing how it's coming along. Yeah, I was like, I can't remember, LeMay, if you had submitted a story for a critique show. I was like, maybe we just did yours. I was like, oh man, I don't remember what day is it. I still have to time code this past critique stream, but we'll get there. All right, my friends. So you're all probably super excited. Let's get into the announcements. Let's get into the updates. So, let's see. Which one do I want to start with? Let's go into the WriteNow A Thon. So let's kick it off. This is our first major announcement, the WriteNow A Thon. This is going to be our next huge holiday writing event. And I am so proud to be able to announce, I was like, you guys know me. In a perfect world, I'm always prepared. All right, here we go. So I'm so excited to announce our next major holiday writing event, the WriteNow A Thon. This is going to be a 48-hour celebration of writing, which will be on December 26th through 28th. This is going to be such an incredible, such a crazy event and undertaking that we've never before attempted to do in this style. For those of you who've been around the community, or if you saw our events from last year, this is going to actually be our 3rd WriteNow A Thon. We hosted our first Write-a-thon in the summer of 2024. We then hosted the second event, which I then rebranded to the WriteNow A Thon over the holidays of 2024. And then we are coming back with the WriteNow A Thon. This year, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and we're taking it to the next stage. So what is it that we're doing this year? With a lot of writing events, a lot of the times we see a lot of conferences, we see a lot of seminars, and a lot of things where they're telling you information. And those things are great. Writing conferences are awesome, but we really asked ourselves, what can we do differently? Last year's WriteNow A Thon, it was great. We had a lot of speakers, we did games, and we did a lot of fun things, but it still felt more like a conference than a celebration or a festival. So we're mixing it up this year, and we're giving you more options to be involved. We're giving you, the community, more ways to just come celebrate the art, the craft of writing. So for those of you guys who want to check it out, I'll throw the link. It's all linked down in the YouTube description. I'll also throw it down in the chat if you want to go check out the website. So there's the website link. There's the landing page. What is it? So this is the world's first 48-hour virtual writing festival. That's right. This is going to be a nonstop 48-hour live stream where we're going to be celebrating just the writing. We're going to be celebrating the wins we've had this year, the losses, the highs, the lows, and everything else in between. The WriteNow A Thon is a 48-hour virtual celebration of writing, creativity, and community. Across 2 days, writers of all experience levels come together for fun workshops, writing games, collaborative sessions, and energizing creative experiences that spark ideas and connection. With over 8 types of activities to participate in, show up for what feels fun and join the celebration however you'd like. This event, the WriteNow A Thon, is going to take place starting Friday, December 26th through Sunday, December 28th. So you're right, this takes place right after Christmas ends, but before we get into the New Year's vibe. This is going to be that weekend where you're probably hanging out with family. You probably hope maybe you have time off. Maybe you got some extra time. Just come and hang out with us. Come join us in the live stream community as we're going to celebrate writing. We're going to celebrate the writing process. Our mission with the WriteNow A Thon is this. This is an end-of-year event where writers of all styles and levels gather to celebrate creativity, community, and craft through interactive activities, hands-on workshops, collaborative challenges, and energizing experiences that deepen connection and spark new ideas. This isn't a conference. It isn't speakers repeating things you've heard 100 times. This is a celebration of our shared writing journey throughout 2025. The wins, the setbacks, the discoveries, and the growth. It honors where we stand as writers and embraces the skill sets we continue to build. Most of all, it's a celebration of what becomes possible when we choose to write now. You guys know everything that I do here on the channel, everything that I do here with you, with the writing community, is to help motivate us, help motivate myself to write now. The goal isn't to write every single day like I do, unless your schedule can call for it. The goal is for us to write in a way that feels tangible, so we can get our stuff finished, so we can do it together. And then when we're feeling unmotivated, or when we're dealing with writer's block, or when life gets in the way, we know that we will always have the WriteNow community to come fall back on, to come connect with the other writers in the community. So I am so thrilled about this. What my goals for the things that I really wanted to provide with this event was I really wanted to provide an accessible space for writers to connect, learn, and grow with each other. I wanted to give us a way to celebrate the writing progress, creativity, and our communities. So we are wanting all writers, whether they're part of AuthorTube communities, whether they're part of other types of communities, to come be involved, to come hang out with us. We're encouraging participation through interactive sessions and collaboration. We're creating a unique festival-style experience, which is distinct from the traditional conference. So on the website, we listed all the important links. Now, if you want to be involved, you can actually host an activity, which is going to be super easy. So if you want to host an activity, all you have to do is you click on that link, and I should throw up I should throw up the easier shareable link. So of course everything's linked down in the YouTube description. Actually, it might have been. Wait, wait. Did I put it in the YouTube description? I hope so. Yeah. I think I did. I was like, Kaufman remembering. Did he put it in the YouTube description? Possibly. He did not, but that is going to be fixed post haste. So just 1 second while I fix this. So if you want to be involved, I'm going to throw this up here. So that way you guys can go click on the links if you want to go check out all the stuff. All right, perfect. So I just updated that. So the links are now on the YouTube, details page. If you don't see the links, you can always just refresh the video page and it should show up. So essentially, okay, so essentially, if you want to be involved, this just gives you a little bit of a brief summary again on what it is that we're doing. When we look at the timeline, today is the day that submissions officially open up. So you have exactly 4 weeks from today to sign up for a spot. There are going to be between 48 to 96 available spots. So there's definitely going to be spots, and you're going to be able to choose a time that works best for your schedule. So you got about a month. And once again, the event falls on Friday, December 26th through Sunday, December 28th. So I'm going to show you the types of activities that you can choose to host. You will have the choice of a 60-minute session or a 30-minute session. You can host it by yourself or you can host it with friends. Everything is optional. Host what feels fun to you. So here are the types of activities that you can host. You can host a critique-styled session where you will basically host a feedback session where you can offer insight about story excerpts, character development, dialogue, blurbs, etc. You will need to collect the pieces to review from your community beforehand, but this is going to be a kind of a similar format to what you guys see, like what I do on the critique show. We see author tubers do this all the time, where maybe instead of critiquing like an excerpt of a story, maybe they want to critique like character ideas, or maybe they want to critique like pieces of dialogue. There's so many different styles of critiques because once again, part of our goal, guys, is to improve together. So we want to offer an activity which was focused on us helping improve each other. Or you can host a writing workshop. So this is going to be the closest to what you feel or what you see with a presentation at conferences. But with this style, what we're really trying to focus and make it feel different with the WriteNow A Thon is that it's focused on the interactivity of the workshop. So you're going to be able to pick a topic to share with the audience, with the community. You're going to be able to illustrate your writing topic through activities. You can host this by yourself or with a friend. And we ask you to be creative. Choose a topic that you might not be super popular out there. What's something that maybe you learned about this year that you feel like people really need to know more about, especially as we're going into 2026 and what the writing community looks like of next year. Oh, Brooklyn, that's amazing. I love that. Like, can someone do a reading of a chapter of Scarecrow? Ooh, that's exciting. Absolutely. If you guys want a Scarecrow chapter reading, we can absolutely do that. Originally I did think about doing book readings, but then I was like, all right, well then everyone will read excerpts of their book. So maybe so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a way for people to highlight all what they've accomplished and the books they've accomplished throughout the year. Yeah, so we are definitely going to have a way for writers to be able to celebrate their book accomplishments and success. But if you guys want a Scarecrow reading, I can do a Scarecrow reading. I never talked about the last Scarecrow. People need to know about Pebbles. I know. Our Pixie is so much fun, aren't they? I would love that. Okay, so after the workshop, what else do we have in store? So other activities that you can host. You can host a panel with Q&A. So basically, if maybe there's a couple of writers in the community that you know about. You can host a Q&A. You can host a panel with some of your other writers where basically it's kind of like a group conversation. All we ask is that you hold a Q&A section for the live stream community at the end of the panel. Or you can host a writing game. You can host any type of writing game with the community. You just need to let us know which type of writing game you want to host, including the logistics and whether it will require audience participation or on-screen participation only. And then you can also host a brainstorming session. So this is a great way if you just want to come up with ideas with the community. Essentially, you can do a brainstorming session for like story ideas, for character concepts, themes, writing techniques, etc. with the live audience. So yeah, brainstorming session would be cool. Or you can do a themed writing sprint. Essentially, you can host a writing sprint. We're going to be able to make writing sprints part of the journey and part of the vibe. So essentially, if you do host a writing sprint, we're going to ask that it be around a certain theme so that if writers do want to participate in writing, they're going to be able to get into whatever vibe and style of a writing sprint. Sounds fun to you. So you can definitely host a themed writing sprint. That'll definitely be very, very cool. And then what else? So we have a couple activities that are going to be invite only. These will be hosted by our team of volunteers, the Quilluminati. If you want to be involved, we're going to be having group writers chat about reflections and aspirations, things that we accomplished in 2025, and goals for 2026. So you're going to be able to let us know if you want to be involved in these types of conversations. And we'll also be having writers contests. So if you want to be involved in one of our writers contests, these could be things like our Right Now Jeopardy. You know that you love the Right Now Jeopardy. That's actually one of our games that people keep asking to bring back. So we'll bring back the Right Now Jeopardy. It'll be things like maybe a flash fiction challenge. Maybe it'll be a create a character challenge. These are going to be contests and challenges that are going to be very easy to be involved with and that are going to put your creativity to the test. All you have to do is you're simply just going to have to let us know if you want to be involved in one of these invite-only activities. And then, of course, you're going to be able to advertise your brand, your writing community, or whatever it is that you are currently trying to spread awareness for. We're also going to be having a giveaway option. So if you want to give away a free item, book, or digital offering, you can also sign up to be involved in the free giveaways. Last year's WriteNow A Thon, I think we had over 40 to 50 giveaway items, and people love those things. Like the giveaways last year were so popular. So popular. So the giveaways were great. Now, if you want to be involved, any of you can be involved. All you have to do to host an activity is just fill out the questions below, and then we'll let you know if you get accepted and what your time slot will be. Essentially, you just go over a series of questions. We basically ask, like, what type of session do you want to host, giving a description, or if you want to join one of our community sessions. Then we ask for your availability. Once again, this is a 48-hour writing marathon. So we ask for your first 3 choices. We basically broken up the 48 hours into 8 separate blocks. So you basically choose the block that works best with your schedule, and then we'll give you a time slot based on that block. I'm realizing that one thing I haven't included here is which time zone this is in. We will use everything based on Eastern time zone since that's where the majority of the community is. So I will update that, but we'll be basing all times based on Eastern time zone because the majority of the community is on the East Coast, and I feel like that's a good middle ground between those of us who are close to the Pacific Coast and then those of us who are in Europe or in other countries who are further ahead. Let's see. So that's all there. And then just some more availability questions. Way if you want to be involved with the giveaways, and the rest of it is just your guest writer info, so we know how to advertise you. So that's how you can be involved with the WriteNow A Thon. Once again, so exciting. And everyone, please spread the word. If you know writers who you think would like to be involved, let other writers in the community know. Let other author tubers know. Let other writers of all styles, whether they're screenwriters, graphic novelists, or other writers, fan fiction, who just want to celebrate writing with us. So that's the WriteNow A Thon. Everything's linked down in the YouTube description, so very cool. Hopefully, we're going to see just what people are going to sign up for. I have my guesses on what people are going to sign up for a lot, but you know what? With over 8 different types of activities to be involved with, the options are limitless. So if you want to host an activity, sign up now, because once the signups start coming in, we're probably going to get inundated with the signups for some of these things. So I would actually recommend sign up sooner rather than later. Or if you know communities, writing communities, writers, author tubers who you think would be a great fit for this, send them the landing page link, send them the sign up link, let them know we want all types of writers to be involved with this. Brooklyn, I really appreciate that. You're like, I have a gift for you and others. That is so cool. Let's see. I want to say, I need to get my mailing address set up. Brooklyn, what I would suggest, Brooklyn, what I would suggest, if you have a gift that you want to send, shoot me an email. Email is kaufman@the-creativeghost.com. So shoot me an email. It's listed on the YouTube page. You can find it everywhere. And then remind me that you're wanting to send a package, and I will send you I'll send you a business address that you can send it to. So, and Brooklyn, that's so cool. I really appreciate that. That is very cool. So yeah, so definitely remind me, and I'll give you a business address. I was like, I don't think I have a postal address listed on the website right now. Yeah, Francisco, that's really cool. That is so cool. So you said, this is so awesome, Kaufman. You'll definitely be hosting a panel. That would be incredible. Would love to have you involved, my friend. So really cool. And that's everything that we got for the WriteNow Thon. So we'll have more details to come. And then in addition to that, I put together the largest team of volunteers that we've done so far for the WriteNow Thon. Our team of volunteers, we are officially called the Quilluminati. So I'll be making more announcements for the Quilluminati. Let me tell you, we're already hard at work behind the scenes in bringing this next major holiday writing event to life. So more details to come. Make sure to come join us on future Monday update streams if you want to know more about what's going on. Awesome. And now, without further ado, let's hop into the next major announcement. So I know you guys are all super excited for the thingamajigger, for our anthology announcement. So we are now turning the tables to our next writing announcement. So for those of you who came and joined us, or maybe you checked out the replays, our last major holiday writing event was the second annual Freaky Friday. We had so much fun putting it together. We had so many cool stories, so many live readings, and we had a great deal of fun bringing the live event to you with all the readers, the stories, and everything involved. What we did differently with this year's event was I didn't necessarily crown winners for the overall event. We crowned our 2 winners for the challenges. And for those of you who don't remember, our 2 winners who won the multi-genre challenge, they will of course be making the anthology because they were clearly the favorites and the best well written. So without further updates, without further hesitation, our first 2 stories that will be published in the second annual Freaky Friday anthology are Old Blood by Engi. This was an elvish anthropologist is called by fate to a land built atop a sacred site of his people, and he seeks to uncover the history that led to this strange calling. Sadly for him, the best traps are the most alluring. And then the second one that makes the anthology is The Obsidian Void by Whiteseer. Beneath the crumbling seaside church, a priest performs a ritual meant to prove his faith and awaken something that remembers him all too well. Both these stories were super creepy. They participated in our multi-genre challenge where they had to have a dark fantasy, a dark magic system, a unique creature type, and a twist. So these two stories will definitely be published in the Freaky Friday anthology. Congratulations, my friends. So cool that you guys made it. And awesome. So like I said, what we did differently with this year's anthology, instead of announcing a winner during the live stream, we basically went and chose with 12 winners. The 12 winners are the ones who are getting published in the Freaky Friday anthology. And let me tell you, my friends, trying to narrow down the winners to the top 12 was very difficult. I had to pull myself back and ask myself, how do I choose the 12 out of the 17 stories that were submitted to be published in the anthology? So I had to base it off of the two major factors of what the submission requirements were. So the two submission requirements was based on readability. How readable was the story in terms of minor punctuation problems? Was there grammar inconsistencies, punctuation, or line edits that had to be made? So that way it could be a readable experience. That was the one factor. And then the second factor was the genre element. How well did the story incorporate the genre element? Once I had those two factors into mind, the third factor I then took into mind after that, as like to help narrow down, was how well the story was told as a standalone story, as a just as a standalone piece of flash fiction. So those were the three factors that I used when determining which of the 12 were going to be published. And these factors were based on the stories that you submitted, that the writers originally submitted to me when the submission deadline ended. You guys saw the stories that we reviewed, and the stories that were reviewed during the live stream had already gone through a round of edits with every single story. So you guys had seen much cleaner revised versions than the stories that were originally submitted. The stories that were originally submitted were the ones that were graded. And that's what helped me determine which of the 12 stories would make it to the anthology. So without further ado, let's announce all 12 of the stories which are going to be published in the second annual Freaky Friday anthology. So, like I said, we've already showcased our first two stories. We did Old Blood and Obsidian Void. And then coming down, let's start from the top here. All right, let's round out our other genre, our other ones. Okay, so our other ones that will be officially published, we will be publishing What Never Remains. It's like I'm thinking you guys can see the screen here. We will also be publishing, here we go. We will also be publishing What Never Remains by Hollow. The flame calls to all souls, and all souls must answer, traveling through the fog that twists and brings forth memories. Some who wander the hidden paths are lost, and some can find their way. We will be publishing The Mothman Seeker by Caversby. A podcaster goes monster hunting. We will be publishing The Scraping by D.L. Tillery. Something is scraping in the dark, growing louder with every night, and only Courtney can hear it. When the noise reaches its climax, the real horror begins. We will be publishing Final Curtain Call by Paige Penrose. Vincent's stardom is soon to be snuffed when a devilish gentleman comes to collect on his end of the bargain. Now publishing He Wants to Kill Me by Brock Cooper. When a domestic disturbance turns supernatural, a veteran cop faces a vengeful specter and a mother's ruinous confession, ending in a single, devastating act. Now publishing Shards of Silence by Courtney Harding. Told through the eyes of a porcelain doll, Lulu watches a little girl suffer beneath a cruel stepmother and a father's silence. When the final crack splits her hollow shell, something within her stirs, no longer willing to stay still and watch. Now publishing The Search by M. Irene. Ruby tried to get Melissa to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. Now the two friends are stuck in the woods searching for Ruby's missing necklace, while detectives hunt for a serial killer in the area. But dead bodies aren't the only secrets buried in these woods, and one misstep could lead to disaster. Now publishing A Treaty of Bread and Punch by Devin Gambrell. When little Ruby joins her grandmother in the kitchen for a night of baking, she discovers that the family recipe calls for more than sugar and spice. It demands blood, secrets, and the true cost of vengeance. Now publishing Clawneck by Jay Rohr. In a city that couldn't get worse, a weary, hard-boiled detective investigates the brutal murder of a child. Though it seems destined for the cold case spin, the vile crime will reveal a supernatural side to an already sinister metropolis. And last but not least, now publishing Caperucita by Nil. On the endless desert border where legends walk and the compass spins wild, a lost traveler meets a writer who offers a story and a choice that decide which side of the boundary they belong to. So once again, congratulations for all 12 of our writers who are going to be published in the second annual Freaky Friday Anthology. All right, and those are all 12 of our writers who are going to be published. Once again, I just want to give a huge congratulations to everyone who was involved. And if you didn't make it, no worries. What this means is it means you'll be able to try again in our next competition. We will hold more competitions in the future. We're doing more things to help everyone improve. So I want to congratulate everybody who attempted, who submitted a story, and everyone who got published. This has been an incredible experience, and I hope everyone will come be involved for the WriteNow A Thon. And for all of our Freaky Friday winners, so for those of you who were published in the anthology, you'll be receiving emails sometime this week with more details of the revision notes and what I need from you to get your story published in the anthology. We'll see when we can get the ebook of the anthology published. We should be able to have that published by the end of the year, if not a little bit sooner, depending on when depending on my schedule and when I can get everything formatted and put out. So yeah, that's what we got for the Freaky Friday Anthology. And for those of you who are still hanging on and holding on for the paperback edition of the Faded Fantasy Anthology, I will probably be launching that early next year, will be my guess, at the rate and schedule that I'm going. So I decided I wanted to get the Freaky Friday, the second annual anthology out, and then we'll be looking towards the paperback editions for the anthologies. So more details to come. Congratulations, everyone. And these are the announcements I got for you. For those of you guys who want to check out more, so maybe you popped in late, we went over a lot of things. So go check out the beginning of today's stream. Check out the WriteNow A Thon updates. We got one of our biggest writing celebrations we're going to be putting together for the community. I want you to be involved. So definitely share the news, put it out there, and come join us for the WriteNow A Thon. All the links are linked down in the YouTube description down below. And if you missed out on any of our previous writing events, maybe you missed out on the Freaky Friday competition, maybe you missed out on our WriteNow A Thon from 2024, go check out those videos. They are a great time. Everything is linked down in the YouTube description down below. Awesome. That's all that I got for you today, my friends. If you want to go get some more, maybe you want to go get in some writing, go hop over to the Discord. Go start a co-working session. If you're wanting to go get in some writing with some other writers in the community, the Discord is always an option. Also linked down in the YouTube description down below. Come join us in the Discord. We like to chat about writing, nonsense, tips, and all the other things that go into the writing vibe. So really, really cool, my friends. I am so thrilled. I'm so happy that the WriteNow A Thon is finally live. I'm so excited to be able to push forward into Freaky Friday. And yeah. Well, that's what we got. So Freaky Friday winners. I'll probably try to get out those emails by tomorrow, so that way we can get those revised stories ready, and then I can format them into the anthology. So more details to come, my friends. Congratulations to everyone. Really, really great work. And I'll be back tomorrow for another daily writing sprint stream. Not sure yet if I'm going to go early or late night. Kind of playing it year, but kind of playing it day by day. I'm actually been kind of vibing on both ends. So we'll see. We'll see how we feel. Thank you, everyone, for joining. But unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the stream. Don't forget, words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. Words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. It's time to write.
Right now.
Sorry.
Right now, not right now, but right now. Read now, right now.